On the verge of Order 66, the 501st Clone Legion was secretly transported back to Coruscant. But why was this? Why was this particular Clone Legion used in the sacking of the Jedi Temple and Operation Knightfall? Well, firstly, and possibly most obviously, is that the 501st were Anakin's own clone legion, so naturally it would make sense for Skywalker to use his own clones in the attack. This would also possibly make Anakin feel more comfortable with what he'd done. Despite turning on the Jedi Order, he was still alongside his comrades who he'd endured the entirety of the war with. Yes, it's a small thing when you think about it, but realistically it could be quite reassuring. Now, many may think that the logical troops to send in would have been the Coruscant Guard. They were responsible for Coruscant after all. However, realistically, these were far from the most competent or battle-hardened troops. They were used to fighting gangsters and stopping brawls. They served and defended senators, but they had very little offensive capability and experience, and would probably have been massacred if they tried to take the Jedi Temple, even with Skywalker's help. We saw this during the pursuit of Ahsoka Tano. The Coruscant Guard struggles immensely, and this was against a single rogue Padawan. So it's pretty clear Sidious needed veterans to do this job. Now, the 501st were one of the most prestigious and well-trained legions in the Republic. They were incredibly experienced and had served alongside the Jedi in countless battles. For this reason, they had a lot of experience with them, they knew how they fought, and some had even hunted and captured Jedi before. Remember, the 501st were responsible for capturing General Krell. For this reason, the Clone Legion was by far one of the only ones anywhere near experienced enough to carry out this assault on the Jedi. In fact, it could even be said that, inhibitor chips aside, the 501st was possibly one of the only Clone Legions that had cause to want to hurt the Jedi. Following the Battle of Umbara, countless clones had been slaughtered at a rogue Jedi's command. And this was a battle that the 501st's new commander, Appo, did fight in. So realistically, these clones were going to be far more enthusiastic about killing Jedi due to this experience. And I know it doesn't really matter because the inhibitor chips made this order mandatory, but it definitely wouldn't hurt if the clones had some sort of animosity towards the Jedi, and I think realistically there are members of the 501st who will have bared a grudge. Finally, we have the 501st's reputation. Like Skywalker, throughout the war, the 501st became famed as heroes who'd won countless battles, and for this reason, in the eyes of many in the Republic, they could do no wrong. So to use the 501st to sack the Jedi Temple made a lot of sense, as opposed to using one of the countless other less famous clone legions to do it. Ultimately, the 501st were the only real option for the job of sacking the Jedi Temple in my opinion. But what do you think, and how could it have been done better? I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, please remember to like, sub and share, as it always helps the channel grow and is really appreciated. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter @TheLoreGuy for regular updates. Thanks for watching, I do hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.